Hi friends, welcome to Moms and Kids. So now being a summer season, so I'm going to share a recipe of a mango ice cream which you can easily make at home. So the ingredients are 2.5 cups of milk, 3/4 cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of corn flour and 1 cup of mango puree. So now we are taking a quarter cup of raw milk and we are going to add it to the corn flour and we are going to mix it nicely so that the lumps are not formed. So this quarter cup of raw milk is the extra milk which I am using to mix it along with the corn flour. So this quarter cup of raw milk is not mentioned in the ingredients video. So this is the extra quarter cup of raw milk which I am using. And also that 2.5 cups of milk also we are going to use it as a raw milk only. So other than the 2.5 cups, we are also using a quarter cup of raw milk for mixing the corn flour. Why we are using this corn flour is this corn flour is going to give thickness so as well as the creaminess to your ice cream. So this corn flour is going to be acting as your milkmaid and cream to your ice cream. So we are mixing it with the milk. We are mixing the corn flour with the milk and we are going to keep this aside. And the 2.5 cups of milk is also raw milk. We have not boiled the milk at all, or we are using raw milk for the entire process. So we are using 2.5 cups of raw milk, and other than the 2.5 cups of raw milk, we are also using quarter cup of raw milk to mix with corn flour. So mix it properly so that lumps are not formed. So now we are going to heat the 2.5 cups of raw milk. We are not going to boil the milk completely. You can see now I am heating that 2.5 cups of raw milk. You can see the bubbles being formed at the side of the milk. So this is the correct stage to add your sugar. So you should not allow the milk to boil completely. So once it forms the bubbles along the sides of the vessel, this is called as rolling boil consistency. So you're going to add the 3/4 cup of sugar once it comes to the rolling boiling consistency. That is, once the bubbles are formed along the side of the vessel, you're going to add the sugar and you're going to keep stirring the milk until the sugar dissolves completely. So this process is going to be taking somewhere around 1 to 2 minutes or maybe 3 minutes as well. Keep stirring it until the sugar dissolves completely. So I have not added water to the milk. So I have just taken raw milk as it is and I have kept it for boil. Please do not add water to your milk. So use the milk as it is. So keep stirring until the sugar dissolves completely. And yeah, for the mango puree as well, I have just taken the mangoes in a blender and I've just blended it without adding water. So you have to peel the skin of the mangoes and you're going to chop the mangoes into small pieces and you're going to blend them in the blender without adding water into a smooth puree. So you can use any variety of mangoes. From here I am using the mango variety is Sindura. So this it is quite small in size. So I have taken 3 mangoes. If it is quite big, you can also take 2 mangoes as well, and you can use any variety of mangoes. For here in this video, I am using the Sindura mango, and I have used 3 mangoes to make a puree. So now we are going to add this corn flour and milk mixture to the milk which we have boiled. So before adding the corn flour mixture, mix again with the spoon so that the lumps are removed. So after mixing it once with the spoon nicely, you're going to add this corn flour mixture to this boiled milk. And after adding this corn flour mixture, please keep on stirring it continuously without taking out your hand. So because once you take out your hand, what happens is it will become like lumps. So to avoid that, you have to keep stirring it continuously. So this corn flour is going to make your milk a little thick, and also it will also the color of the milk will also change slightly. As I told you earlier, the corn flour is going to give you a thickness and creaminess to your ice cream, and this corn flour is going to act as your milk maid and milk cream to your ice cream. So that's the reason we are adding this corn flour to the milk and we are stirring it continuously. So keep stirring it continuously without taking out your hand. So you have to keep stirring this until this milk sticks to the backside of the ladle. It should not drop like this droplets. So it has to thick. It should form a thick layer kind of a thing backside of your ladle. So until the milk reaches that consistency, you have to keep stirring it continuously without taking out your hand. So make sure you're stirring it continuously. Your milk will also become little thick and the color of the milk will also change lightly. So once this milk reaches that consistency, we are going to allow this milk mixture to cool down completely. It has to cool down completely before going to the next step. So you can see it is slightly, it is, the milk is becoming little thick. So I have not edited this portion of the video because I wanted to show you that I'm stirring it continuously without taking out my hand, and you have to keep checking the milk consistency in between as well. So once it reaches, that is, I told you, as I told you, it sticks to the backside of the ladle like a thick layer. So you have to switch off the flame. During this entire process, please keep your flame on medium. Don't keep it on high. Keep it in the medium or a sim flame, and do this entire process. So as you can see, it is forming that thick layer backside of the ladle. As you can see, it is fine. You can make out so you can make out I'll show you how it has formed a thick layer backside of the ladle. So you can make out, see, it is forming a thick layer back of the ladle. So as you can see, the milk has become little thick and it is sticking to the backside of the ladle. The color of the milk is also lightly changed. So as you can see, I'll show you how it is. See, you can make out it has formed a thick layer back of the ladle. So until your milk reaches this consistency, you have to keep stirring the milk continuously without taking your hand. So once it reaches this consistency, you are going to cool the milk completely. So now, once the milk has cooled down completely, see, before mixing your mango puree to the milk has to cool down completely. It has to cool down completely. So once the milk has cooled down completely, you're going to add the mango puree to your milk and mix it nicely. You have to mix it nicely so that it is mixed evenly. So this mango puree, as I told you, I have just peeled the skin of the mangoes and I've chopped into small pieces and I've just blended them in the mixer without adding water. So here I have used three mangoes. Since I've used the variety Sindura, it is little small in size and hence I've taken three mangoes. You can use any variety of mango and based on the size you can decide upon the number. So if it is little medium in size, you can also use two mangoes. If it is very big, you can use one mango, or you, if you like mango flavor a lot, you can use more of mangoes as well. So you're going to just peel the skin and chop into small pieces and blend them in the blender. So you have to mix this nicely before keeping it in the freezer. And before mixing this mango puree, make sure your milk is cooled down completely. So once the mango puree is mixed nicely with your milk mixture, we are going to pour this mixture into boxes and we are going to keep it in the freezer. So yeah, once after keeping it in the freezer, after 4 hours, again we are going to take out the mixture and we are going to pulse it a few times. So this pulsing process, we are doing it to remove any ice crystals which is formed during the freezing process, as well as when you're pulsing your ice cream, it gives more creaminess to your ice cream. So make sure you're pulsing this after 4 hours. Again, you're going to repeat this process after 4 hours again. That is, first we are going to keep this ice cream mixture in the freezer, and after 4 hours you're going to take out from the freezer and you're going to pulse it a few times, and again you're going to keep it in the freezer. Again, after 4 hours you have to take out the ice cream mixture, pulse it a few times, and again keep it in the freezer. So again, after 4 hours, take out the ice cream mixture and pulse it a few times, and again keep it in the freezer. So this pulsing process is going to be repeated for 3 times after every 4 hours. So once you have pulsed it for 3 times after every 4 hours, you're going to keep the ice cream mixture overnight in the freezer for the ice cream to set. So I've taken out the ice cream mixture after 4 hours, and now I'm going to pulse it a few times in the mixie jar. Do not use the other option. Please use only the pulse option. Just you're going to pulse it 2 to 3 times, and again we are going to keep the mixture in the freezer. Again pour the mixture after pulsing it. Again pour the mixture in the same box and put it in the freezer. And again after 4 hours take the mixture out and again pulse it. Again keep it in the freezer. After 4 hours, again take out, again pulse it, and again keep it in the freezer for overnight. So you're going to do this pulsing operation or pulsing process after every 4 hours. You're going to do this thrice. So make sure you're doing it thrice for your ice cream to be more creamier. And this process is going to also remove the ice crystals which is formed. So make sure you're pulsing it thrice. So here I have pulsed the ice cream mixture after 4 hours. I have pulsed it. Now again I am going to pour this pulsed ice cream mixture into the same box, and I am going to keep it in the freezer for 4 hours. So again after 4 hours you are going to take out the ice cream mixture and you are going to pulse it, and again you are going to store it in the same box in the freezer. Again after 4 hours you have to take out and you are going to pulse it, and again you're going to keep it in the freezer. So after the pulsing process for thrice, after completing the pulsing process thrice, I've allowed the ice cream mixture in the freezer overnight to set. So once the ice cream is set overnight, now it is ready to be served. You can make out the creaminess of the ice cream. That's the reason pulsing is very important. So thanks for watching my video. The ice cream was very creamy and tasty as well. If you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon.